Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is me just showing you guys the makeup look that we're going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, what I'm going to do first is prime my eyelids with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, one of my favorite eyeshadow primers. So I'm doing this with the IT Cosmetics brush. It's like a foundation and concealer brush. And so this was pretty much the only clean brush that I had to do this with. And I'm not a big fan of applying this primer with my fingers, so that's why I use the brush. But always, always, always prime your eyelids before you do eyeshadow. That way your eyeshadow can come out even more vibrant and there will be no creasing throughout the day. So I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, or with Morphe, and I'm taking these two shades on the top, and I'm taking that on a big fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to be going back and forth. I'm not really sure of the names of the shades because I lost that plastic insert that came with it, so yeah, but I will just be pointing to the colors that I'm using. This is these two colors are like two of my favorite transition shades in the palette. Next, I'm going to be taking this color, which is like a light brown brick color, and I'm taking that. There's my little sister being a little creep. No, just playing. I'm going to be taking that shade on my outer corner, really, really softly blending it in. I didn't want this color to be too dark or anything, but just to give my eye just a little bit of dimension. That way it wasn't super light. So you don't have to do this part, but I wanted to keep this color a little bit lower on my outer corner, and then I'm going back in with that big fluffy brush once more and gonna keep blending that all out. So I'm going back in with that same brick color. I'm building up the color, blending it out, and then going back in and buffing it with my big fluffy brush just to make sure that all the eyeshadows are nicely blended and there are no harsh lines, since that color is a slightly darker color than the transition shades. So I'm mixing these two lighter pink shades here on the top row. They are absolutely gorgeous. I did not wet my brush for this part, so I'm literally just really swiping it and sliding it on my eye. And then I think I do go back in to spritz it just a little bit, but I like to hold my eye taut and really lay this shadow down. These colors that worked out really, really good. I was really happy with them, just how shiny and shimmery they are. They really help to brighten up my eyes. So then I'm going back in with that light brown brick color, and you guys see my one eye peeking out through the corner of the palette to make sure I was in focus. So once again, I'm going back in my outer corner, building that shade up a little bit, just again to add a little bit of dimension. I really tried not to get carried away with this color because I didn't want to make it too dark. I literally just wanted it to be a nice pop, a nice little shadow in my outer corner without being too much. So again, going back in with my favorite big blending brush. All the brushes that I use below I will have listed in the description box below, just in case you guys are curious. I'm going to be taking my medium brown Dip Brow by Anastasia and filling in my eyebrows. I'm then going to prime my face with my Hard Candy Primer Serum, one of my favorite drugstore primers. And then in today's video, I made that face because I was really in love with this Stila stick foundation, and I still kind of do like it. I have like mixed feelings about it, so it's kind of hard to tell. In the video, I really love it, but now that I've gotten to play with it a little bit more, I kind of have mixed feelings on it. I am using the e.l.f. buffing brush, one of my favorite foundation brushes. This is so good, and it's only like $6 at Target. But anyways, back to the foundation. If you guys want like a full dedicated video on it, let me know in the comments down below, and I will definitely do that for you guys, because I feel like now I've been able to form a better opinion on this foundation and like what it's good for, what I like it best with, how it is on my skin, things like that. So I'm planning on doing a video, but if you guys want to see one, just give this video a thumbs up or let me know in the comments down below. Then I'm taking one of my favorite concealers, the Tart Shape Tape Concealer. I'm really keeping it right there in my inner corner just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. And a little bit of this product goes a long way, so you really don't need a lot. And then here I'm just inspecting the foundation, just trying to form my thoughts on it. Then I'm going in with my Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder, or I think it's like Perfecting Setting Powder, something like that. And then I am first buffing, or not buffing, I'm blending out my concealer and then I am baking. So I always blend out my concealer and then I bake because I don't want to bake my creases, if that makes any sense. So I blend, then bake. And I always get the side of my nose because I get extremely oily. So now I'm taking one of my newly favorite products. This is the Anastasio Concealer, but in the shade 6.0. They were recently on sale at Ulta. And if you guys hear my dog's paws, she's running around behind me. But I'm using my sibling brush from Real Techniques, and I'm buffing this in. It's such a nice like cream bronzer slash contour. It's so easy to buff in. Literally, it's been one of my favorite products recently. And then, of course, I'm sad because I hit pan on one of my favorite setting powders from Charlotte Tilbury. It is such a good powder to set your face. It literally leaves your skin looking like flawless, just poreless, just amazingness all in one. So I highly recommend that you guys try this powder out. I try not to use it all the time, but it's really hard to when you love it so much. This is one of my favorite big fluffy brushes from Morphe. Again, I will list all the brushes that I use down below. Then I'm taking my baked bronzer from Milani. This is kind of like my go-to everyday bronzer because it has a little bit of shimmer in it. Not a lot where it's like heavy glitter on my skin, but it just gives like a really nice sheen to the face. So this is definitely one of my favorite go-to products that I really love, and I literally use this all day. So I'm just buffing that in, not really contouring, more like bronzing my skin. And then I'm taking one of my favorite blush trios from Anastasia. This is called Peachy Love, I believe. Like I said, all the products will be listed down below. This is such a beautiful coral blush. So if you're into corally blushes, you need to try that blush out. I'm very excited to try out more of her blushes. Then I'm curling my lashes with the Revlon Lash Curler. Now that I'm like watching myself do this, it's kind of looks pretty scary. Let me know what your guys' favorite eyelash curler is because I am in the market. I seem like it's the hardest thing to find right now. I have like 3 of them that I'm testing out. Anyways, I'm going in with my MAC Oh Darling Extra Dimensional Skin Finish as a highlight. I'm just popping that on the top of my cheekbones just a little bit, not too much. I didn't want like a super intense highlight this day, so that's why I did that. Then for mascara, I believe I'm using, or I'm pretty sure I have been using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I think that's what I'm using here. And then I'm taking these 2 lighter shades. These shades kind of confuse me because it's like literally the same color to me. But anyways, I just pop that in my inner corner, my outer corner. And then I am setting my face with the Skindinavia Makeup Finishing Spray. And I am ready to go. We're going to be having a girls' day today with my mom and my sister. Going to take my mom to get a blowout. So this is pretty much the finished look. Oh, and I'm applying high maintenance, or this might be Coco K from Kylie Cosmetics. I will let you know in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you all in my next one.